The world's youngest nation, South Sudan, is at a critical juncture. After years of brutal civil war and a fragile peace, the path to a stable, democratic future is once again in question. This week, a key African body, the African Union's Peace and Security Council, concluded a 3-day mission to the country, but the outcome has left many observers worried that the core issues holding back peace are being left unaddressed. To understand the gravity of the situation, we have to look at the history. South Sudan gained independence from Sudan in 2011, a moment of immense hope. But that dream quickly soured. In 2013, a power struggle between President Salva Kiir and his then-deputy, Riek Machar, erupted into a devastating civil war. The conflict, largely fought along ethnic lines, killed hundreds of thousands and displaced millions. A peace deal was finally signed in 2018, bringing the two rivals together in a unity government with a roadmap for transition and elections. The agreement, known as the RARCSS, was seen as the country's best hope for moving forward. But the implementation has been plagued by delays, lack of funding, and a deep-seated lack of trust between the former rivals. This week, the African Union's Peace and Security Council arrived in South Sudan, led by Algerian Ambassador Mohamed Khaled. Their mission was to assess the progress of the peace deal and the government's preparations for long-awaited elections, now slated for December 2026. In their official statement, the PSC reaffirmed its support for the 2018 agreement and welcomed President Kiir's commitment to the new election timeline. But for many, the visit statement felt hollow. It sidestepped one of the most explosive and politically sensitive issues in South Sudan today, the house arrest of First Vice President Riek Machar. Since March, Machar has been detained by authorities who cite criminal charges linked to violence in the country's Upper Nile state. Machar's supporters, however, call the move a politically motivated ploy to undermine the very peace deal he helped create. Civil society leaders in Juba have expressed deep frustration. They argue the AU's failure to even mention the political detentions in its statement is a missed opportunity and a sign that international pressure is not being applied where it's needed most. Observers say this kind of diplomatic silence only allows the fragile peace process to continue to stall. The peace agreement called for a range of critical steps, including unifying the country's armed forces, a key provision that has seen very little progress. A permanent constitution is also yet to be written. These are not small details. They are the fundamental pillars meant to prevent South Sudan from sliding back into conflict. The question now is whether the African Union and other international partners will move beyond simple statements of support. With an election deadline on the horizon and a major political leader under detention, South Sudan's fragile future hangs in the balance. The country's people are tired of paper promises. They are waiting for real action.